You don't have to pretend that you're okay. Like, why are you so afraid to admit that something actually hurts? And a lot of people confuse emotional strength with never showing that they're struggling. When in reality, you could still be strong and just say, this hurt me. Because pretending that you're unaffected doesn't make the emotion disappear. It just makes you carry it alone. So you have to give yourself the permission to acknowledge the fact and what you're actually feeling. Because at the end of the day, what you suppress, it doesn't just disappear. You can push down an emotion, but you can't push it out of existence. Anger, sadness, disappointment, grief, depression, embarrassment. If you refuse to deal with them, they can eventually come out through completely different behaviors. And you might start to become irritable, distant, numb, or even just constantly distracted without realizing what's underneath it. And a lot of times it takes reflection. Instead of asking, how do I stop feeling this? You got to start asking yourself, why am I feeling this? Because at the end of the day, you have to learn the difference between feeling something and becoming it. You're allowed to feel angry without becoming an angry person. You're allowed to feel sadness without believing that you're a sad person. And you're even allowed to feel insecure without letting that insecurity control your decisions. Because emotions in general, any emotion, is just information. It's not an identity. So you have to let yourself experience the feeling without allowing it to dictate your whole behavior. And another thing, man, stop fucking running from yourself through distractions, any type of distractions. Because sometimes you're not actually relaxing. You're just distracting yourself from what you don't want to think about. And I was a victim of this too, and I'm still, working through it. Things like constantly scrolling, gaming, partying, working, chasing relationships, or even just staying busy can become a way of avoiding uncomfortable emotions. And that silence that you keep avoiding and running away from can be uncomfortable because it gives your thoughts room to speak. But you have to learn to spend time alone without immediately reaching for your phone or any other distraction, because you can't heal something that you refuse to sit with. So just process it, then let it move through you. You don't have to hold on to every emotion forever just because it happened to you. Talk with somebody that you trust. Journal, pray, if that's what you do, meditate. If anything that's meaningful to you. If you need to cry, let out a couple of tears, go ahead, take a walk, reflect on what happened. Because processing doesn't mean dwelling on the past. It means allowing yourself to understand what actually happened and decide what you're going to do with it. Because ultimately, the goal isn't to become emotionless or this nonchalant ass type of dude, or female if you're watching. The goal is to really feel without being controlled by what you actually feel. Because you don't have to become numb to be strong. Because sometimes the strongest thing that you actually can do is finally admit that you do feel something.